they had the Wisconsin tribe, of course. The Wisconsin tribe was there. The Chippewa tribe, which is was there, which has a different name. I didn't write it down. The Chippewa tribe was there. And then you had the Winnebago tribe that was there. All right. That's the original beings here. The original Atlanteans. All right. The original Atlanteans. All right. So you got to understand that, remember, each tribe, we were into a different type of technology. We were into a different type of, each tribe, we went into a different type of technology. We were into a different type of intelligence, but we came together and we put our intelligence together, put our technology together. All right. Now you have the other state I'm going to talk about is Kentucky, which is the Kentucky tribe. All right. You got to remember, they just didn't come up with these names. This is the Kentucky tribe. And in the Kentucky, in the area called Kentucky, you had the Kentucky tribe. You had Cherokee that were there originally. Cherokee. You had Chickasaw and Shawnee. All right. That was in what you call Kentucky. All right. Now you have Iowa, which the original tribe was there was the Iowa tribe, the Iowans, the Iowa tribe, and then you also had the Sioux tribe. Sioux is Sioux. You had the Sioux tribe there also. Okay, so this is 3 states here. All right, with the original tribe, the original indigenous tribe, not these Siberian Asians who want to call themselves indigenous, because you're not indigenous. And I know you're watching this here. You are not indigenous to this land. You're not indigenous to this planet. All right. Your ancestors came through the Siberian mountains. All right. Where therefore you teamed up with other non-indigenous beings. All right. And this is shortly after the fall. All right, so the Siberian Asians who come from the Siberian mountains through portals, they came through portals. How did most of them get here? Through portals. How are they traveling back and forth right now? Through portals. I'm still looking at videos in Russia where portals and gateways are opening and they're still coming through portals. All right, so understand, my brothers and sisters, that there's a lot of history that was stolen from us. There's a lot of information that's missing. And, we really have to dig deep down and see that this is our land. All right? This is our land. Also, there was, after the fall, the Chippewa tribe that was in Wisconsin moved to what you call Flint, Michigan. All right, they moved to Flint, Michigan. The original Chippewa tribe moved to Flint, Michigan shortly thereafter, what is called Flint, Michigan now. And you got to understand that a lot of us moved after the fall because we were in a pit of survival. We were basically doing our best to stay alive because we had lost all our powers. We had lost everything. The temples and towers and everything that we built and the structures that we built were all destroyed. So so we were in a powerless situation. Okay. So, something for you all to ponder on, something for you all to remember. I got a job site I'm going to go to. Something for you all to ponder on, something for you all to remember, something for you all to take and to heart and hold on to. It's that a lot was stolen from us. All right. So what you want to do is I'll give you a lesson, and I'm still going to be putting different tribes and all. I'm still going to be doing the tribal thing here on the YouTube forum. But if you want to know where you originally come from, you go to you do use your Google, because the information is here. All right, and you want to put original indigenous tribes of whatever state. All right, and it's going to post up the original indigenous tribes in whatever state. Okay, for all you brothers and sisters who are rocking your locks, much power to you. To all you brothers and sisters who have tapped into your inner self, and you are rocking that indigenous hairstyle. I've seen some brothers and sisters have like shaved all around the back, and then have a little bit at the top with a rubber band or something at the top. I'm like, they rocking that indigenous hairstyle. For all you brothers and sisters who are rocking the indigenous clothing that we wore, we're not Africans. All right, we're not Africans. So all them brothers and sisters out there talking this Pan-African shit, Umar Johnson and all the rest of them, you talking this Pan-African shit, we're not African. Okay, none of us came from Africa. We're indigenous to this land. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of us, if not billions of us on this land. There were billions, and after the war, a lot of us had got killed. A lot of us, got killed. Many of us were taken from this land and taken to places like Europe and parts of Africa. Many of us was taken from this land and taken somewhere else. Forced labor. Okay? Understand where the enemy stands at, my brothers and sisters. Okay? So, we have something to fight for. But we're going to have to do this in balance. We're going to have to do this in order. All right? True balance and order creates chaos, which means that what do we got to do first? We got to start building. We got to start, we're working on believing in ourselves. But we got to start building. That's the key point. We're going to start building. Those brothers and sisters who are indigenous to the land called Europe, you are the true Europeans. Europa. All right? The different tribes that came from Europa, and the different tribes, and they were not Moors. All right? Let's just get that together. The Moors were non-indigenous beings who came from a totally different universe. They tell you that in the movie Beowulf. You gotta understand that they have the truth in the movies. All the truths are in the movies. You just gotta scope out the truth. All right? So the movie Beowulf, they had it truthfully, and Beowulf was from a totally different universe, a totally different land, a totally different planet, a totally different galaxy. It wasn't even a part of this universe. They came from somewhere else. And they told you in the movie Beowulf that, they had already been worshiping this new found God, Jesus Christ. They told you about the Moors on the hill. Watch that movie Beowulf, and they telling you the truth. They're telling you of how they were having sex with these creatures, and other creatures were being born from this. I mean, come on now. It's not science fiction. It's true. All right. So, what you need to do is do your search and find out what tribe you come from. All right. Find out what tribe you come from. All right. Rock your indigenous shit. All right. That's what's up. Rock your indigenous shit. All right. And, be diligent. But, like we said, in order to have balance and order, first thing we got to do is, we believe in ourselves. And the second thing we got to do is begin building structures of design, building temples. And we'll get to the towers later on, because a lot of times the towers were temples that were built on top of each other. All right. And like we said, when we built from one layer, then we created another layer, we created another layer, we created another layer. You know, all these tractors and all that you see around here, we already created that stuff. All right. It was just a different type. All right. That ran on Orgone energy, because we had Orgone, we had Orgone, and we operated everything through Orgone, through our hands and our third eye pineal gland. So it's like everything was organic on the planet. Everything worked with our bodies, but all that had to be destroyed because the invaders did not know how. Well, it's not that they didn't know how to use it, it's the fact that they were not able to use it. All right, because their bodies didn't work with it, so they destroyed a lot of stuff that belonged to us, and other stuff they have in underground facilities, like up under the Pentagon. There's a whole lot of stuff. Up under the Vatican, things were moved up under the Vatican. There are documents and scripts, and there are all types of large technologies that we had, you know. And you got to understand that the Vatican they didn't build the Vatican. They called it the Vatican, but that was someplace that we had already built a long time ago. All right. And we had already had halls already built a long time ago. So they just infiltrated that area and put everything down there. All right. They didn't just build it and say, we're going to build this. Where you see Area 51 and all this underground facility, that was already there. They didn't build that. That was already there. Okay. And then they took over everything. And, you know, you got to understand everything is a well-planned strategic military operation when it comes to them. So that's why it's said, in order for you to render true chaos, you have to have balance and order, and it's got to be balance and order within you, which means that you got to create things that are going to create balance on the planet. When you create balance on the planet, it creates chaos for them. Feel me? And when you create something that creates balance on the planet, we all have to do this simultaneously. All right? We all have to do it. We can't have just one doing it here and the other doing it there. We got to do it simultaneously, which means that we all got to build together, and we got to make structures and all, and we got to make big structures. You know, there's a brother who showed me a picture, and it was a nice size structure. It's probably like 4 feet high, and he made it with Orgone, but the brother's got to make it even bigger. You got to go outside, so this energy can enter into the atmosphere, because the structures that we had crystals and metals, and, you know, we already talked about crystals and metals and different waters and different types of wood. You know, you can order the different types of wood on Amazon, and they'll give you, you know, nice little blocks of different types of wood. You can order that on Amazon. They've got access to all of our resources on the planet. Okay. And we're going to use their money to get our resources. How are we going to do it? All right.